Hey everybody, it's Kaylin and welcome back to episode 2 in season 2 of the KCK Inspiring Moments with Kaylin live podcast. I am your host, Kaylin John Louis, and I am so glad to be on this Sunday. I hope everyone is having an amazing Sunday. I hope that you're preparing and you are staying dry if it's raining near you. If it's not, I just hope today has been a great day. If you've gone to church, I hope you learned something. If you were just home chilling with your fam, I hope you had a great day. Just a friendly reminder to keep wearing your mask, practice social distancing, and if you're comfortable and able, please get vaccinated for your safety and for other safety. We all know that we are still in a pandemic, and so we are trying our best to abide by guidelines. We're trying to get back to normal, but as numbers start to rise and as people and things start coming about, I just hope and pray that you all are doing all you can to keep you and your family safe and those around you. I know we returned to school this week, so it was very interesting for everybody. I hope everyone had a great first week back to school. I hope you enjoyed it. If this is a new grade for you, or this is a new time, if you went from middle school to high school, or you went from elementary to middle school, I hope it wasn't a huge change, but I am super duper glad that you had a great week. And if you didn't, this week will be better for you. And I pray that you get back into the transition of things and you get back into a smoother transition. Now, I ask that you please hashtag connect with me on my YouTube by subscribing to the KCK Inspiring Moments with Kaylin live podcast YouTube channel, and you can turn on your post notifications. Next, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Kaylin Cares 15. On those, you'll be able to see upcoming posts, different tidbits from past broadcasts, past videos, all things KCK. Then I ask that you follow me on Facebook and LinkedIn at Kaylin's Caring Connection. And if you would be so kind to please check out the Kaylin's Caring Connection website. That is www.kaylinscaringconnection.com. And on that website, you can find why I started KCK, why I started Inspiring Moments with Kaylin. You can see things about the KCK Youth Care 2 movement, upcoming events, and you can even shop and get some of the latest KCK merchandise that is becoming a really big hit, if I might add in. But go ahead and check that website out. Again, I thank you for tuning in. And right now, before I get deep into anything else, I ask that if you're listening, whether you're on Instagram Live, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube Live, I ask that you please share this with somebody you know, whether you tag somebody in it, whether you just share the video. I want to have a couple people on just to be able to have a discussion. If not, it's totally fine. But please share this with as many people as you can, because I want you to be able to get some great information, be inspired, and really and truly be able to take in the subject matter that I'm talking about today. I also want to say one last thing before I dive into the topic. I thank you all so much. If you tuned in last week to the roundtable talk, I had an amazing group of panelists, from a student to a parent to teachers to an administrator, just talking about how we felt about going back to school. It was a really great discussion. So if you didn't get that, you can go check it out on Facebook at Kaylin's Caring Connection, or on the YouTube channel, which is KCK Inspiring Moments with Kaylin. So go check that video out. I think you'll get some good tidbits and just some good guidance for going into the school year, and just to be able to hear other people's opinions. Because I mean, we all have our different views, but it's good to hear a variety and a different aspect on how people think. I want to say to everyone again tuning in, thank you for joining me, and this will be an amazing podcast. Now, let's get into the topic. Now, as we dive in and transition from childhood to adulthood, we are tasked with finding our passion in life. However, recognizing your specific purpose in life can be challenging for some and take time. You may have passions but are still unaware of how you want to impact the world, and that's okay. We all take many different roads, but we all lead to the same destination of making the world a better place while trying to live the best way possible. But to do so, you must acknowledge what you were placed on this earth to do and walk in your purpose. So today, my topic is walk in your purpose. And that is the topic mainly because we all, if you're growing up like me, if you're in high school or you're getting into your middle school area or even in college, some people, you may not know your niche, your craft, something that you're truly passionate about and your purpose in life. And it's okay not to know right then and there. But if you really want to seek and learn those ways, find your passions, find things you like, and channel that into a career path or channel it into a purpose path that will allow you to unlock a lot of the things that you enjoy in life, a lot of the things, because when you have a job, most people have their jobs, their occupations, they work and they're doing things constantly, but a lot of people don't have that purpose, something they truly enjoy, in a job that they truly can say, I don't work, I serve, I do things differently, I learn ways to really get in my purpose, to acknowledge my purpose, and to help other people with the purpose that I have. And so with purpose, it all starts with your passions. When finding your purpose, you start off thinking about, well, what interests me? You get into the question of, well, what do I like to do? I know I like to play music. I know I like to do certain things. I may like doing hair. I might like being in medical stuff and want to be a doctor. I might like doing so many different things in life. But you may not know what specific thing you want to do. So as you're growing up, as you're going through life, and as you are feeling your way through certain career paths, feeling your way through certain walks of life, you get to see, well, this is what interests me. And then you start leading into when you get to college or even as an adult. Okay, so this is something I want to do. You may have gone to college to be in business major, but then as you're growing up and as you're learning, you end up saying, oh, I might want to be a medical student, or I might want to actually be a CEO of my own company. You end up finding new things. And even if you don't specifically major in what you're passionate about, there's so many things that we do, so many things that people have done over just this 2020 and so far in 2021. So many people have been self-starters and self-entrepreneurs, just channeling their passions, channeling what they're truly passionate about and something that they're truly want to work at. Some people have started lemonade stands. Some people have done something as simple as raising money for certain causes. I happen to be one of those people. I was before the pandemic, but I have to say during the pandemic, I was able to do a lot of great things. Even though I wasn't physically able to meet people and impact them and touch them, I was able to make that difference, make that impact in my community, and just allow other people to feel the love through Kaylin's Caring Connection. So first, when it comes to finding your purpose, you have to trust the process. No matter how many detours we take or delays we encounter, we are being held to and we are being led to our specific purpose. You may have those times where you say, okay, so I want to do this and I'm very passionate about it, but I don't know where I'm going to go. You could be one day saying, I want to be a doctor, and then you're a little scared, you're a little doubtful, and you go back to, well, is this really something I really want to do? Or is this what I'm really passionate about? And then you go back up. You have those highs and lows. Or when you're going and then you're in that process, there's been several people who are in college and they're taking these certain tests and to get into what they want to be. I'll use the example of a nurse. You're in nursing school, and so you have to take those certain classes, but you get to that one big test, that one big assignment, and if you don't pass, say you don't pass, and you're worried because it's like, oh no, what do I do? I have to retake the class again. That's a detour. That doesn't mean you stop. That doesn't mean you don't keep going. Take the class again or take the assignment again. If you're able, take it again, reroute, review what you did last time, and then make a difference. Reroute what you did because it will allow you to lead to your purpose. You never know what's going to happen in life. You have curveballs that come all the time. Nobody expected COVID to be here. I know I wasn't somebody who expected COVID to completely change the course of how we lived our lives, from going from being able to walk around without masks to now having to wear masks, to worrying about, well, somebody could be carrying symptoms. There's so many things we may not know about. So many different, just from your day to day, you never know. You've heard some people sadly have passed away. You never know what's going on, but you have to trust the process. No matter how many times you feel like, well, why am I still in the same place? Why haven't I moved? You have to reevaluate your choices, and you have to make those detours, because a lot of times those mistakes and those moments of learning teaches you for the next time. So it says, now I need to reroute. Now I need to change what I'm doing. Now I need to get to a better place of, okay, so I made a mistake this time. How do I get better? How do I walk into my purpose? How do I get to a better place where I know exactly what I'm doing? Now, once you're in that time of trusting the process, the second thing you have to do is embrace your placement. You never know where you may get placed. We can't always choose what season of life we're in, but we can determine what we do while we're there. You never know what play or what part you may be in. You may be wondering, well, why did God place me in this position where I'm not in the desired job I have. I don't know what I'm doing. I really wish I was a doctor, or I really wish that I was helping other people, but I'm not in that state in my life. Or you're saying you want to be a philanthropist, you want to be an evangelist, but I don't have money to help people. I don't have things to do. You have to embrace that moment, because staying in those moments of uncertainty and staying in those moments where you don't know what's going on in that season of your life, it allows you to channel that energy and say, well, how can I fix that? I know I can't do everything by myself. Some of that's going to take God, but you have to embrace where you are. I'm gonna still use COVID for an example. Nobody expected us to be here, but a lot of people have found ways to embrace being home and to embrace being indoors. I stayed home for a whole school year, and I mean, it passed by, but I was able to find more things, learn more things about myself. I was able to raise my grades. I was really able to stay on top of my goals and do what I wanted to do. I didn't make excuses. I didn't have the distractions that I usually used to have. With KCK, I was able to expand. I was able to give $700 to the TMH hospital. Like that, I never knew that being in a place of, well, I can't go and do something. I may not have thought it would be this way. I may not have thought I would be here. I may not have thought we would be going through COVID. I may not have thought I would have to go to school with the mask on. But you have to embrace your placement, embrace where you are, because things happen for a reason. You may not know why right when it happens, but it happens for a reason. Now, when it comes to being in those places and trying to embrace your placement, you have to know that number 3, you have to keep walking. You have to keep walking into your purpose, because it's your road and yours alone. Others can walk it with you, but no one can walk it for you. No one can make you do anything you don't want to do. No one can cause you or make you get in that place where you don't know what to do. You can't have somebody pushing your vision, pushing what you want to do, and you don't even put anything into it. You can't say I'm going to get good grades and then you don't do it. You have other people saying, well, didn't you say you wanted straight A's? Didn't you say you wanted to have a 3.0? Didn't you say you wanted to be here, but you don't make the effort yourself? Other people can stand there all day and try to be an accountability partner for you and try to do this. But if you don't keep walking to your purpose, if you stop and you let that detour, that bump in the road, keep you from going there, you're never, ever going to be able to get to your destination of your purpose, of your fulfillment, what you're supposed to do in life. You must keep walking. A person who walks in their purpose doesn't have to chase people or opportunities. Their light causes people and opportunities to pursue them. Because along the way, when you're walking and you're trying to say, well, what am I going to do? I may not know where I'm going. You have those people that come up and say, hey, I want to invest in your business. Or, hey, I want to invest in what you're doing. Hey, I want to help you pay for college. Or, hey, Let me give you an internship to allow you to do something you've always wanted to do. Those opportunities, those miracles come when you least expect it. You just have to trust your process. You have to make sure that if you're going through something, if you're in a place in your life that you don't know what you're going through, you must keep going. You must keep pushing. You must keep walking. You have to keep walking to your purpose, walking towards your destination. Because, like I said, the more you try and sulk and not know, well, why isn't this happening to me? Why can't I be in the place I want to be? The more you're going to be stuck, and the less those doors will open up for you. But the more you put into yourself and say, I may not be where I want to be right now, but I surely know where I want to go. And you have that vision, you have goals that add up to the vision and allow you to get there, you will eventually end up in your purpose. Some people, they find it out at a young age, and so they work towards it and work towards it. But every day you're trying to be a better person. You're trying to be a better you. Even if you are in the purpose, you find your purpose, you still have to refine it. You still have to refine, well, I got here. Now, what can I do to improve myself? What can I do to get better? Just like anything in the world, we evolve. If you don't evolve with time and you don't really work at your craft, once you find it, it's not going to amount to anything. You have to really, really be there, and you have to really, really be all in to get to your purpose. Now, one thing I want to say, if you're trying to get to your purpose, you're looking at your passions, and you have that goal in mind, like right now, I know what I want to do in life. I know what I was called to do in life. Now, does that mean I know everything? No. I still have several things to learn, several things to be educated on, but there's a lot of things that can influence you to whether you find your purpose now or whether you find it at a later point. And that one thing is the people you hang around with. Because if you surround yourself with people who are constantly negative, who constantly don't care about what you're doing, what you're saying, if you never, ever have those people in your life who push you and who are around you, you will never, ever get to your purpose or get to the place you're trying to go because you have those people hanging out with. A lot of the time, the people you hang out with are the people you end up becoming, or the people that resemble what your values, your morals are. And one thing, this may sound a little funny, but is if you hang out with chickens, you're going to cluck. And if you hang out with eagles, you're going to fly. That's a quick, simple analogy. If you hang out with people who constantly, you know, those people in class that you can joke around with at times, but when it comes to learning, you got to say, okay, I love y'all and everything, but when I'm in class, I'm in class. Or when you have those moments where you have those people that just don't want to see you do well, they have those, and you think those are your friends. Friends would not discourage you. Friends would not allow you to be in that place that you want to go to. Bad, like, yes, Amaya, we just on the same way when she said bad company corrupts good morals. And that is so true, because if you don't have the right people around you to motivate you, to support you, you will have a lot of detours in your road. You'll have so many things where it's like, well, I could have been in this place, but because I was hanging around so-and-so, because I was doing what so-and-so was advising me to do, or I was influenced by them, then you end up backtracking and going to wrong parts of your life. You got to hang out with those people that are going to see you soar, that are going to be there to support you. And being able to walk in your purpose, I'm going to tell you, you're not going to have a lot of friends sometimes if you're truly called by God. You're not going to have those people that are on the same wavelength as you. So when you find those people, when you find people around you that are going to help you soar, that are going to help you be in the best position, you keep those people. You can do away with the people who don't care about what you're doing. If they're not constantly sharing your stuff or saying, hey, I understand you do this, but they're always that one person that will say, well, I think you can do better on this, or you're here now, let's expand this way. If they're not encouraging you to do something better, then they're not your real friend, and they're not going to let you get to your purpose. They're going to stop you. They are some of the bump in the roads that are causing you to not be in your purpose right now. A lot of people wonder well, how come I'm not where I'm supposed to be? Or how come I haven't done something and I'm not in the place that I want to be? Evaluate who you hang out with, because a lot of the times those people can corrupt you and allow you not to be where. But I'm gonna put a pin in that. I just want to say that you have to be careful of the people you have in your circle, because if you truly are going towards something, you don't even have to be having a purpose like me. You could just be saying, I want to graduate. If you hang around people who skip class or who don't come motivated, how do you expect to even graduate? How do you expect to have those people there to motivate you? How do you expect to be in the right mindset? You have to surround yourself with positive people. That's the only way you're going to be able to walk in your true purpose. Now, when it comes to that fourth point, I want to say about walking into your purpose is, once you get to your purpose, you have to make sure that you continue to grow. You continue to move. You continue to refine your purpose. Because once you find out what you want to do in life, you have to keep going. You don't just stop and say, oh, well, I'm a doctor. I'm here. This is what I do. No, you got to keep going. You got to keep growing. As much as technology, you see computers, so many computers have changed. You go from having an iPhone 2, now you got iPhone XRs. You go from having a flip phone to these smartphones. You go from seeing yourself as a little kid to now you're grown. We all evolve. So as much as you evolve, as much as you grow, you have to grow and channel that energy. You have to really allow yourself to change your purpose, to allow yourself to know, okay, here's an example with me. I say I want to be a motivational speaker. I'm doing it now. I'm sitting here on live, but there's so many things I can fix, between bettering my vocabulary, between allowing my speech to be better, to even going on higher platforms, being able to speak more in front of people, having those engagements. It's so many other things that you can do to really get in that place of, I'm here and now I have to keep going. I have to keep making my goals a thing. Now, a lot of time people, when you hear purpose and you hear passion, a lot of people think straight to, oh, that's an occupation of work. Now, a lot of people, some adults have jobs and they're in those jobs and they don't like them. They can't stand them. They're just like, I'm here for the money. I don't really care about what I'm doing. That becomes stressful. But your profession is not what brings your weekly paycheck. Your profession is what you've been put on earth to do, with such passion and such intensity that it becomes spiritual in calling. Your job, your occupation should not be something that stresses you out. I mean, I understand if you're working those jobs where you have to have that money, but if you have found your purpose, if you have recognized that, then it's time to change. It's time to allow that energy to go another place. It's time for you to really reroute and change the people you hang around of. You really need to reroute your mind, rechange your mind. A lot of times when you're riding on a road, you have those times where your GPS reroutes you because it's telling you to go to a better destination or a quicker destination. You need to reroute the people you hang around. You need to reroute your mindset. You need to reroute a lot of things that you're doing, because it's not going to lead you to your purpose. You have to make sure that you, when you're going into your purpose, don't look at it as just a job. It is a constant thing that you must do. It is a constant, I'm going to do it. And if you can't figure out your purpose, like I said, that's okay. Figure out your passions. Figure out what you like. You may be in middle school. Well, I don't know how I'm going to figure out my purpose. What do you like to do? Do you like to play soccer? You like playing music? Do you find science interesting? What do you find interesting? What do you think is going to be something you want to do? And once you figure out that purpose, genuinely and honestly, your purpose ends up being how you want to help other people. When you want to help other people, some people say, I want to be a doctor because I want to be able to be in that place. There's a question, sis. How do you maintain to walk in your purpose? Well, maintaining and walking in your purpose, you have to have that mindset to be able to say, I'm in my purpose. You're going to have those moments where you fall out, where you may not necessarily make the best decisions and you backtrack and you're not there. But you have to constantly remind yourself, even having affirmations of saying, I was put on this earth for a reason. I'm going to be a better person. I'm going to make the world a better place. There's so many issues we can help with in life. So maintaining that purpose, walking in that purpose consistently, it's a mindset. It's a consistent thing saying, hey, I need to keep going. I need to keep walking. I need to keep pushing. Like I said, you got to trust your process. You have to embrace your placement. You have to keep walking. And once you find your purpose, you have to keep growing. To maintain it, you have to change your mindset, and you have to keep going, keep pushing, and you have to keep growing. You are a person of destiny. You are equipped. You are talented. You are creative. You were designed for a purpose. And Miss Sarah said consistency is key. You are right. Consistency is key. That's with anything you do, but especially with your purpose. If you truly want to get better at something, if you want to grow, if you want to evolve, you have to be consistent. You can't say, I'm going to exercise 3 times a week, and then you do it the first week, and after that, you're done. You stop doing it, and it's kind of like, well, what happened? You have to be consistent, and you're gonna have those moments. Like I said, everybody has those moments where they fall off, where they have to reroute some things, but you have to keep going. You have to keep pushing, and you have to keep walking into your purpose. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy task, but as long as you keep going and you have that motivation, that fuel to keep you going, the sky's the limit for you. One of my favorite quotes is, difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. And that is so true. You really have to re-embrace it every single day, because those difficult roads, those times of mistakes, those bumps where it's like, why did this happen? You never would expect somebody to say, how does this happen? How do I get here? How did I end up from being a scholar to now having poor grades? How did I end up in this situation? You have to make sure that you know it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to have those difficult roads, but you got to keep driving. You need to refuel, get some new tidbits, get some new things, and keep walking, keep driving towards your purpose. It's not going to be easy. I'm telling you. You're going to have the times where you're tested to see, well, is this something that you may have those moments where you're just sitting and it's like, is this really something I'm supposed to be doing? I've had a moment before where devil was used through somebody to be able to say, well, is this really something you're supposed to be doing? Or do you really think this will impact somebody else? It doesn't matter how many people I impact. I can impact one person. I can impact 100. But somewhere out there, someone needs to hear this. And somewhere out there, whatever you were destined and created to do, someone needs you. Someone needs you to really be able to be there for them and to push them and to motivate them. You have to walk in your purpose. Just to recap one last time, you have to first trust the process. Second, you must embrace your placement. Third, if you have your purpose, you must keep walking. And fourth, when you really recognize your purpose, continue to grow. Don't let anyone stop you. Don't allow naysayers to tell you you can't do it. Encourage yourself. Be consistent. If no one supports you, be that supporter for yourself. Consistently say affirmations. I can do this. I was put on this earth for a reason. Because anytime that you are doing something, anytime you can impact somebody, anytime you can make a difference, it truly will impact the world. I really hope that you learned something from this, that you took some great tidbits for the week, even as we're going through this school year, as we're going back to work, as we're channeling this year with COVID. Embrace this placement of waiting to truly figure out your purpose. Embrace this moment of not being able to go to as many places, to truly recognize what you were put on this world to do. Recognize your true purpose, your true passion, and get there. Don't allow anybody to stop you. Even COVID, you can safely come up with your vision, even if it's just journaling once a day. Well, I have an idea to do this. Once you have the idea, how can I get there? What will it take for me to get there? Go through the 5 who, what, when, where, how to be able to get to your purpose, to get to your vision. I really hope that this was very inspiring for you. I hope you learned something new. And I just thank you so much. Thanks, Mom. I thank you to everyone who tuned in, especially on Instagram. I've seen some new followers pop up. I thank you all so much. It means the world to me. For those commenting on Facebook, thank you so much for being engaged in this conversation with me. I have enjoyed speaking with you all. Before I get off, I want to talk about one more announcement, something that's been going on and that will keep going on for the next couple months. It is the Alzheimer Walk this year, the Alzheimer's Walk. And so Tallahassee Walk to End Alzheimer's is something that goes on every year. They have a walk in Tallahassee around the October area time or just sometime in the year where they're walking to end Alzheimer's. But the KCK Youth Care 2 movement that I started back in February to raise awareness for youth caregivers everywhere has joined forces with the Alzheimer's Association. And we're going to be walking to end Alz this year. The walk is very personal and very near and dear to my heart because if you watched before, if you haven't, I am the secondary caregiver for my grandmother who is 79 and my great-grandmother who is 97, soon to be 98, prayerfully if the Lord says the same. And both of them have Alzheimer's, dementia disease. I've seen the joys, the highs, the lows of everything that happens with Alzheimer's. And so I wanted to start my own team this year because there's so many youth caregivers that many people don't know about, many people have not seen. And so because of that, I started Team Youth Care 2, which is a team that will be walking. I want to be able to have at least 100 youth out there walking with me because we come together. The more we come together, to fight for end Alzheimer's, the more they can come up with a cure to end this cruel disease that causes our family members and loved ones to deteriorate before our eyes. I walk for those in my family who have been affected. My mom walks as well. Her team is #MyFavoriteGirls. And even though we both have our separate teams, like I always say, we are both Team End Alz. So if you would like to donate and or join my team, you must go to www.kaylinscaringconnection.com/events. And once you're on there, you can click under the Tallahassee Walk to End Alzheimer's Youth Care 2 movement campaign. That's what it will say on there. And there will be a link where you can help us and join the fight. You can choose to join a team. And once you join the team, you will be a part of Team Youth Care 2. But other people can come to your separate donation page and be able to donate because all the donations, like I said, go to Team Youth Care 2. And above that, they go to Team End Alz. And honestly, we thank you to those who have already connected with us in monetary donations, or if you've joined the team and are helping us raise funds, or just simply there to say, I want to help you walk to end Alzheimer's. I thank you so much. Again, the link is www.kaylinscaringconnection.com/events. We really want to walk for our future generations, for you, for your family members who may be battling this cruel disease, because one day, hopefully soon, one day we will find a cure. And so your donation will bring us a little bit closer. Together we can end Alzheimer's. So if you can, if you are so kind, please help us donate. That will be going up on social media platforms for these next couple months. So if you want to join, it'll be up there. It'll be on the link in Instagram. It'll be in the link in Facebook. My goal is to have 100 youth walking and $1,000 given to the End Alzheimer's Association, just the Tallahassee Walk to End Alzheimer's Association. So thank you so much to those who have already given. And if you are going to, like I said, there'll be more things coming up. So thank you so much. Thanks again for tuning into the show. I want to thank everyone for keeping up with the KCK Inspiring Moments with Kaylin live podcast that has been going on. Again, this is season 2. This has been the episode 2, the second episode of season 2. And so I hope you all really enjoyed it. Without your support, I don't know where I would be. I'm telling you, without your moral support, just constantly sharing, constantly being with me, I don't know where I would be. You all motivate me so much. I love you all. I hope to see you next week. Be safe. There is an upcoming tropical storm. We're still trying to see what it's doing, but please be safe. Get your kit. If you have everything, make sure you are ready, and make sure, even if we aren't impacted as much, just be safe. Even with COVID, wear your mask. Please social distance. Be there for other people. Be safe for other people. And I will see you on in 2 weeks if the Lord says the same. There is no school for Leon County Schools tomorrow, so we will see what that happens for us as well. But y'all stay safe. I love you all and have a great week.